Okay, so this is a tutorial for replacing a screen on an Acer 1 D257 for screencountry.com. So first of all, what you do is you gotta take these little covers at the bottom off the two screw holes. Okay, two screws. Take your tiny Phillips driver. Remove these two screws. Next things next, you might have to use a tiny flathead to get these clips started to come up. You gotta be very gentle. This plastic's extremely easy to snap. You might have to come through the top, get that open. Once you get open, generally you can go down. You gotta watch the corners though, because they're a little difficult, and like I said, it's so easy to snap these bezels. Okay. Stuff out. Alright, so once you got that off, there is two screws, one here, four. One on each corner. You gotta take these little silver screws out. This one's actually pretty easy to do compared to a lot of them, because you don't have to take anything apart at the bottom. Next thing's next. Unplug the little camera connector. Open it up. Pull this sticker off. You gotta take the tape off at the bottom. And undo this little tiny clip. You just gotta slide it out. Make sure all the tape's off first. Here. And then you slide it out really gently. Get that screen out of there. Okay, grab your new screen. Now just slide the little tiny connector back in the bottom of the screen. I find it easier to lay the screen down like this, and then you can just slide it in. You gotta make sure it's in there nice and snug and proper, or else you'll have connection problems. So make sure you put that tape back on nice and tight too, because that way it ensures it doesn't budge at all. So next things next is you put the screen back up to where you gotta screw those screws back in. Kind of place it back in there. Make sure you tuck this cable in, but you can do that after you put these four little silver screws back on. Okay, just get them all secured. Darn little screws. Okay. Once you get these back in, don't forget to plug your camera back in. These connections are really tiny, so it's very easy to forget. Just plug that in. Make sure this cable at the bottom is tucked in so you don't have a problem putting the bezel back on. Start with the bottom two covers. Snap it all back on all around with your fingers. Next step, put your two dark screws back into the bottom. place your covers back on. Just like that. And now let's plug it in and make sure that everything's working like it should be. And there we go. That's how you replace the screen on an Acer D257.